They're out there, and they're after you. Mosquitoes, ticks, creepy, crawly, biting things. Well, I want to talk about some of the essential oils that you can use to repel and prevent getting those nasty, irritating little bites that those guys are bringing to you. Bugs, buzzy little mosquitoes. They're kind of irritating. Yeah, they're part of nature and we need them, I think, but they're irritating and they carry disease. So we want to protect ourselves, and we can do that with some really good essential oils. I was spending a lot of time in the Chesapeake Bay where a lot of ticks, a lot of Lyme disease. And so I did some research, found that some of the best oils, well, one of them is one of the most common, which is the lemon eucalyptus oil, or Eucalyptus citriodora. So Eucalyptus citriodora is definitely an oil you want to put into your bug repellent spray. And then also other lemon smelling oils that are also been found to be very effective. Lemongrass, of course, and then lemon myrtle. Lemon myrtle I found some research on that it prevents the deer tick, which is the Lyme disease carrying tick, as well as mosquitoes. So these oils also give you a nice rounded lemon fragrance to your formula. What I wanted to do when I created my no bug solution and this formula I'm talking about is to create a synergistic action with many different compounds or many different oils that have been researched and shown to be effective at repelling insects, especially mosquitoes and ticks. So starting off with the Eucalyptus citriodora, lemongrass, and lemon myrtle, I went on to add geranium. Geranium also has some good research on it for talking about repelling mosquitoes and ticks and other creepy, crawly things that you don't want biting you. So we have geranium, a little bit of lavender, the lemon smelling oils, and then I found some research that actually came into my email one day, and it was talking about nootkatone. Nootkatone is a compound that's in grapefruit, gives grapefruit its grapefruit fragrance. Now, I also know nootkatone from the oil from the Alaskan yellow cypress tree. That tree, its species name is Nootkatensis, so it really leads you that it has nootkatone in it. Nootkatone and the research that they found repels mosquitoes and ticks, but it also kills the larvae of the mosquito and also kills the tick. So now we're layering these nice lemon smelling oils with lavender and geranium also having really nice fragrance with a nice base of yellow cypress, Alaskan yellow cypress, and then the grapefruit, which gives a nice citrusy note. So not only are we repelling insects, but we're creating really nice fragrance while we're doing it. So here are some of the ones I have in there. I use cedar woods. I use Atlas cedarwood. Repels mosquitoes and moths is what that's mostly known for. The Alaskan cypress and the lemon myrtle and the lemongrass and the Eucalyptus citriodora, I layer those to give a good lemon fragrance, which is also known to prevent those little buzzing mosquitoes and ticks and all those things. Also found it worked really well for chiggers. I didn't even know what a chigger was till I was working in this area, and people started trying it out who were often bit by chiggers when they were mowing their lawn and found that it worked extremely well. Well, that's a good thing. You could use Eucalyptus radiata, which is one that's commonly used. I like to use Eucalyptus smithii, which I found to be very effective in this bug repellent. Tea tree oil is another good one, really well documented, mosquitoes, ticks, other biting things. What I'm doing is I'm trying to create a synergistic action by layering these oils. Each oil, I found documentation on it for its insect repelling ability. Sometimes it does kill the larvae or the actual bug, like a mosquito, with the nootkatone in the Alaskan yellow cypress. But we're just interested in keeping those things away from us as much as we can. The way to put your formulas together is you can do it in a spray. What I like to use is water, just distilled water, and I use about 15% glycerin, 15% alcohol. You can use Everclear or vodka. I actually have a perfumer's alcohol that I use, grape alcohol. and works really well. And then you may need an emulsifier to get these things to mix. And you can buy emulsifiers. Just look online for some of the plant-based emulsifiers that are really good for mixing oil with water. But with the glycerin and with the alcohol, you may find you don't really need any emulsifier to get your essential oils to work, which you want to use at somewhere between 6 and 10%, depending on the saturation of bugs in your area and just how much protection and how much fragrance you want to have on you. Now remember, I was putting these together, and you can do this too. Do it as a fragrance so it smells good when you're using it. Essential oils are awesome for insect repellent, but they also smell good. So you can do combinations that have a good aroma while you're doing these blends. So with the glycerin, the water, the alcohol, and 6 to 10% of your essential oil blend, you can shake that up and in a spray bottle and just spray that on. You may need to find that you need to apply it every 20 minutes up to 50 minutes sometimes. Now, if you use an oil base, I'd recommend jojoba, but any oil base is, of your choice is going to be effective. Unlike a spray, the spray will evaporate a little bit quicker. The lotion or the oil base will stay on the skin a little bit longer. So you're going to have to judge for yourself. It's really about the environment that you're living in, the type of bugs that you're trying to prevent, and what kind of feel you want on your skin. If you're talking about an animal, I was doing it in an oil base at first, but oil and fur, you know what that's going to do. So I did the spray for dogs, and cats are a little more challenging because some of these oils you have to be careful of on a cat. And if you do use it on a dog or a cat, you want to let the animal smell the formula first, because if they're that resistant, you don't want to be spraying it all over them. But you can either spray it for a dog. This is the way I do it on a dog. I spray it on my hands, and then I'll rub it into their skin and on their fur. You can give a little light coating. But again, be careful, because if the animal doesn't like the way it smells, it's cruel. You don't want to do that, okay? You can do a spray formula, or you could do your carrier of jojoba or whatever oil you choose with about 6 to 10% of the essential oil blend. So the blend could be any of the lemons. With the nice woody base, I use the cedarwood, Atlas cedarwood, or Virginia cedarwood. They're both really good base. They're both really good for insect repellent. The grapefruit's going to give a nice citrusy note, so you have a nicely formed fragrance. Putting it into a spray, you can spray it around the area. That'll smell great. You can put it on your skin, on your clothing. You can put this together in a spray or in a carrier lotion. Jojoba is what I recommended. 6 to 10% of your essential oil blend. Make it smell any way you want. You have some really good choices here. Of course, it's going to smell a bit lemony, because those are going to be your most effective essential oils. Eucalyptus citridor, lemongrass, lemon myrtle, nice woody base. So you have a good fragrance. The woody base is the Atlas cedarwood or Virginia cedarwood. You have good oils to choose from. You can create a synergistic action to make this work. Put it in a spray bottle, put it in your lotion. You are going to be so well protected. You're going to have a great time hanging out with the bugs where they're not going to bother you. Go ahead and share this video, and please subscribe right here on my YouTube channel. I'm putting lots of these up for you for more information about essential oils for skincare, repelling bugs, whatever comes up. I want to tell you about it. So go ahead and subscribe right here on the YouTube channel.